Yo, what's going on, fellas? This your boy the Bus, and we here with another episode of, we gonna call it the Superstar X Factor, man. As you guys know, today EA dropped a little blog about the new development traits. But hey, before we dive into these new implementations for Madden 20, we got a great supporting cast here, man, that's gonna give their pros and cons on the different expectations that we can think of, that we can expect from Madden 20. First up, homie Tyke, what's up, man?
What's good, man? What's good? I'm just here to get my hating on. So,
all right, we all know Tyke gon' hate, and then we got the homie Sweets 99, Myron, what's up?
Man, you better quit with that Myron stuff, man.
All right, man. Hey, and we got one of the OG homies in the building today, man, and that's the homie KP. What's happening?
What up, fellas?
All right, man. So, hey, we not even gonna waste no time, man, because I know you guys are really eager to hear about this new development trait system that Madden 20 is trying to incorporate. So, as we all know, last year we had, what did we have, fellas? We had normal, quick,
Star, Superstar.
And Superstar. This year, this is what we have, fellas. We got normal, which is, a trait that was there last year. We got Star, which is a trait that we're really familiar with. We got Superstar. That's the trait that everybody wants. And now we have the new trait, which is the Superstar X Factor. Now, before we get started, man, I don't know how many people watched the blog today or even read it, but a few of us did, and they have some very entertaining things, man, that's gonna be supporting these new developmental traits, specifically the Superstar and the Superstar X Factor. These are the traits that everyone will be worried about, everyone will be trying and striving to get. Now, based on what they're saying today, there's going to be at least 50 Superstar X Factors. Now, before we dive into that, what do you guys think about that number that they're going to have in the Madden 20 with this particular trait?
Too high.
Too high. KP says it's too high.
Too high. Ain't no way. You telling me almost every team got 2 X Factors? Nah. Nope.
I mean,
one offense, one defense.
One
right?
offense, one defense. That could be a great possibility.
You know what, man? I can see where that's okay. I mean, taking a look at it, what it's 32 teams, 50 X Factors. That number ain't too bad. I can see if it was like 75 or 100, but 50, it's about at least what some teams got 3. Some teams maybe even got 4, but it's not too far of a stretch. I guess that's my opinion on that.
So can we say it's gonna be at least a few teams that only has 1?
No. It's gonna be some with 0.
Every team got at least 1. I can't name one team that ain't got 1.
The Bucks. Who's gonna be the Bucks? Who's gonna be the Bucks Superstar X Factor?
The receiver.
Mike Evans.
Mike
Mike Evans is a beast. I mean, you also got
but it's your X Factor.
The brand new rookie who's a superstar.
You right. He might be just a superstar and have the traits, but I don't know if he gonna be the guy to get in the zone. So he might be right on that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's not gonna be that many people that can get quote unquote in the zone. I think there should be more superstars on teams, but there's not 52 X Factors that are like franchise players you have to have or you're going to shit. I don't see.
Well, I'm reading just straight from the blog, man. I'm gonna tell you what it says. The story of each game in Madden NFL 20 will be told by 50 of the NFL's most elite athletes, who will be featured in game as X Factors.
Right.
So it's going to be a total of 50 Superstar X Factors. Now, whether they keep that trait or not, that'll be determined by how they perform on the field. once the season ends. So,
Like, I'm not upset with 50. I think 50 is probably a good number. You know what I'm saying? How the NFL is, how stars just born when they get opportunities. So it's kind of it'll be fun to see how it ends up. But I'm borderline between Sweets and KP on that one.
all right. So, hey, so Ty, earlier we was talking off air, and I heard you mention something about the like the superstar X Factor being some type of loadout. How do you think that's gonna portray in the Madden 20? Is this gonna be something similar to, like, you have to pick what abilities you want to use that particular game, or can you possibly expand on that?
Yeah, they've been going to this model of trying to make Madden to a RPG, and big in the RPG community is loadouts, and your loadout is to separate your character from everybody else. So right now, in franchise go, if you got let's say the Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes, we already know that he's a superstar X Factor, but the loadout that he has doesn't fit your style with the strong arm and the dead eye on a scramble. But then you want more of a scrambling quarterback, so you can change it from his deep accuracy traits to his escaping the pocket and getting downfield and running an open field trait. Like that, just another way to build your team to fit your playing style.
Right. So we might be looking at more of a 2K model, I guess, or maybe just a clutch performers type of model. I mean, I guess it's too early to make any kind of like, oh man, I hate it or I love it. I guess it really just depends on how overpowered or underpowered it is. I like the idea of superstar players playing, to their level. I like that. I mean, hell, Pro Bowls make the Pro Bowl every year because of they play. I want to see a difference though between quarterbacks. I want to see a difference between running backs. So if they can kind of put that together into a little package where I can get one player different from the other, where every player is the same, then that might be a good thing if they can fix it and not tune it too much or not under tune it enough, or what I'm saying. It's just kind of one of them things where you're gonna have to wait and see, but it's new.
Right.
And we've been asking for new for a long time. So hopefully, it's something that can make the game good and make the game better. We just have to see, I guess.
Personally, I think if they can pull this off, I really do think that the Madden 20 will be a real. I think it'll be a game changer as far as like how people manage their teams and how people play. Now, KP, let me ask you this. I think Sweets mentioned earlier that this implementation will be good as long as this superstar X Factor development trait isn't overpowered. Like, I shouldn't, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is they use an example of Edelman, and Edelman having this particular boost or whatever, and being that he's in a slot. Will he be able to be stopped by Sweets mentioned like great user skills, or if he has a defender already in a perfect position? What do you think about that?
I think it'll definitely be able to be stopped if you're usering it. But that's the key word. I think that with those special abilities, that they're going to abuse the computer. Yeah. Like the CPU is just going to get torched on like that. It's like a double move slant that they got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? That stutter slant.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe that'll be a more used route, one that'll actually get open rather than the weak side linebacker being able to come and get it. Maybe that'll like just give them more separation. And maybe it gives them different animations to secure the catch.
Right. Well, even looking at the blog, man, and one thing that they mentioned is that these loadouts are powerful abilities, including one zone ability that can be unlocked during gameplay by completing an in-game objective tailored to that player. So it sounds like these traits will be tailored to each individual player based on their performance and based on their position. Type. KP, can you go ahead and elaborate on that?
My bad. I just think that's going to lead to a lot of nuggets because people, let's say whoever gets Mahomes, right?
Yeah.
It shows that he's going to have in the zone if you complete X number of plays downfield.
Yeah.
That means for somebody who likes to throw like myself,
right,
I'm already throwing. But now you're going to give me something that's going to make it even better?
Yeah.
Just because I'm getting some balls down the field? Oh my goodness. Like people just going to have fun with like it'll make it more fun for the person that has that type of quarterback.
Right.
But I can see the other person ready to break the sticks.
Definitely. Ty, what do you think about this, man?
Go ahead and repeat the question, man. Because KP talking, I lost my whole train of thought. Because right now I'm trying to get all this information in so I can relay it correctly.
Basically, what KP was saying was, and I think he was piggybacking off of the description that I gave, where it says these zone abilities are tailored for each player, which means it's going to be different pertaining to the type of player you have and his skill set. So he mentioned like a guy like himself who likes to throw, and let's say he has the Chiefs in Madden 20. If he's throwing and has something else to make him want to throw, just to obtain this ability, if it can't be stopped, that could be something that's real frustrating for the opposite owner.
Yeah, it can be, but they specifically said for each ability there's a counter to it. Like when you're throwing, like to get in the zone, it don't seem like it's gonna be real easy to do. But like in a franchise, if you have Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill and you hit him 4 times on long balls, then he gets in the zone. Then the next ball he can throw it a little deeper. But if you playing against a team that got some abilities on defense to put pressure on Mahomes, or he throw an interception, he get out the zone right away. So I think it's a counter. It sounds like they worked hard on giving counters because Madden for years has been good for giving you something, but not giving you something to counter it.
Gotcha.
So if they balance it right, I think it might work out good, man. But each player that got their zone ability, especially the stars in the NFL today, not in the franchise rookies that you draft, it sounds like they're gonna have their own set zone ability that's catered to them. Like Patrick Mahomes with the bazooka can throw far, Brady with the pinpoint accuracy, and he get a boost to find the receiver open faster or something like that. Not everybody's gonna have it, just so we can have every team playing different, every quarterback looking different. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be able to grab a quarterback and do the same thing that KP does with Mahomes.
Right. So speaking of Mahomes, let's take a quick look at his, I guess, zone abilities, because he's definitely going to be a superstar X factor. And as you see on the screen, he has bazooka, which means I'm guessing dude's going to have like a double cannon for an arm. And as you see, when he's in the zone, he has a maximum throw distance increased to 80 yards. So if you on the 20, hey, you can launch it to the other end zone.
That's insane.
But hold up, man. I gotta stop it for a second because we getting too wild and too crazy with this. Let me spin something real quick.
All right.
Let's not get all crazy and like, oh my God, this is gonna be ridiculous. Bro, KP went undefeated last year. He's been killing it all year. He don't have the zone in the zone now, and dudes can't stop Mahomes. So if you good at Madden, you're gonna still be good at Madden.
Right.
But dudes who suck at Madden, they gonna still kind of suck at Madden unless they learn the game and learn how to use what they got. We don't have none of this stuff now, and dudes is still balling out with quarterbacks. With Mahomes is leading the league all the time, and he can still throw 80 yards on the dime. So it's not like it adds a little bit of difference, I think, between quarterbacks, but I don't think it's gonna be a game changer. Like I was saying on Tight, man. The one thing I don't want to see is cats with Aaron Donald turn into Super Mario where he just eat the star and then all you just dun, 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 dun. So he running through the D line, he running through the quarterback, he running through the cheerleaders, he running through everybody and can't nobody stop him. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to see none of that on the field. I don't want to turn into blitz where a dude hot and he just running through everybody.
Right.
But I do want to see, you know, hey, he got off, he block shed a little easier because man, he's been balling. He got 2 tackles for loss. He got a sack, so he in the zone and he's moving. But my counter though, I want to be able to get onto him and be like, okay, I see he's balling. His number lit up, so let me add another block over to his side. Let me, you know what I'm saying? I got a game plan for this superstar that I know is coming in because that's what they do in real NFL.
Right.
The superstars, you game plan against them because you don't want them to be, you know, you don't want them to go crazy. We just saw in the playoffs, man. What was the one thing that the Patriots had to take away from the Chiefs? Tyreek Hill. So the whole game, all you seen was Tyreek Hill getting blanketed. So I hope it's like that to where if I'm playing the Chiefs, man, I can go and I can be like, okay, you know what? I see Mahomes is out here throwing dots, so let me. I see where he want to go to Tyreek Hill, so let me throw another person out there. I want to see that, and let me get a pick, and then boom, Mahomes is over there pouting, and his superstar, his zone, then fell off. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's really how I'm expecting it to be. I mean, just looking at here and it's saying, hey, you throw a maximum distance of 80 yards. Okay, so let's say he's in that zone. Well, let's say he misses a couple of those deep balls, and then it brings him down to, you know, human status. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're looking at some of these abilities, dashing dead eye, red zone dead eye, perfect passing accuracy inside the red zone. That's crazy. Escape artist, and we all know where the no-look dead eye comes from. If you remember that game, he was looking one way and then threw it, and then boom, completion. So
and that's absolutely crazy.
Right. So
that one play made a trade. That's insane.
These are
the one play where he throws the ball across his body and it's accurate. Like I don't want to see that in the game.
Only Mahomes
I don't
want to
take that away from the dude who got the team. Like he did it in real life, so I really can't complain. Even though I'm a bitch and moan this on Madden, but I'm gonna be like, you know what, he did in real life, so you know.
Hey, Clint did say that it's only for Mahomes, and then he has a specific animation for that nobody else can pull off.
And I think that's what they said earlier, that even when they were talking about the quarterbacks, they're making it elite to make them stand out from everybody else. Like even with their throwing animations, man, their throwing tendencies, they're going to be different from any other average quarterback. So just because Mahomes has the no-look dead eye, that don't mean Brady or Wentz
Tom,
going to have
Henry.
that. Yeah, everybody's
They shouldn't just have that.
Everybody's not going to have that, and even when they get to that superstar expert status, they're not going to be able to do all the stuff Mahomes can do. So you're not going to see 32 Mahomes in a CFM league.
Right. And that's the most important thing, that you don't see a repetitive of the everybody feel the same. That's where we are now. You know, you can pretty much get anybody off the street and develop them to feel like a Tyreek Hill or something. And I guess that's what they're trying to get away from.
Well, another thing I saw on there was it said escape artist. So it said, and I was, when I saw it, I was like, oh man, here we go. We finna have it where dudes can be Michael Vick and run around and get crazy. Now I did, when I read it again, it says the scrambling ability behind the line of scrimmage. So okay, that means you can be like Big Ben Roethlisberger and extend the play, but I'm hoping that it don't mean that you just gonna be able to run 80 yards down the field. I can see where you extend the play behind the line of scrimmage, and that's cool. If it plays like it just said it, like I read it, then that would be cool, because I would like to see that. Now, I just don't want it to be, you know, a whole bunch of 2004 Madden Michael Vicks where dudes just running back, and then run forward 100 yards, and I can't catch him because he in the zone.
Right. So, go ahead, Ty.
I'm with you on that, Sweets. But once they break and you got, let's say, Lamar Jackson, and you got some slow people on defense, he's out.
I expect that, but let's say
think,
it's Big Ben though. You know what I'm saying?
But I think it's tied into. I think a lot of that is Big Ben got his own thing for that extended plays, and he got a pump fake ability that not a lot of people have. They mentioned.
Yeah.
And it's tied into your archetype too. So
Yeah.
we won't see a pocket passer with that in the pocket escape abilities and stuff like that. Now it comes down to balancing, and EA track record for balancing games. So we'll find out come EA play.
Right.
Let me ask y'all this.
Yeah.
Because I got a strong opinion about this. Do you think with this information, it will now change people's decision when they pick their teams?
Oh, most definitely.
Me too.
I think it will.
I think only some people. I can't talk about all. I think some people will. Some people won't.
Okay,
I got my hand raised when he done.
All right, this is my opinion on that. I think it will, but those will be people who are thinking now and not future, because we all know how many seasons that a lot of CFMs normally go to. When you get to like 13 and 12th season, a lot of the original players are already gone. So you're just gonna have to draft well to try to seek these superstar and superstar X Factors players out from the creative players that Madden put out. Now, Tight, you got your hand raised, so you got the floor.
Yeah. It depends on when the teams are drafting for. When the leagues are drafting for their teams. Like some leagues are drafting after the game come out. So they'll be able to get to play with these things and test it before the draft comes. So they'll pretty much know what they want. Other guys, you got that mindset. I want to play with my team, or I want to play with a lesser team and build them up. So I feel like I've accomplished something.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's going to affect too many guys' decisions, because they're going to know what they got before we get in. And then depending on how fast your league advance, whether or not you're going to have these players on your roster for long anyway. And there's still a chance that you can lose this X Factor traits too. And you can gain some with some of your players.
Yeah.
So they haven't taken that out.
Yeah.
Now what about if we see the rosters coming out or whatever, and we see all this stuff, what do you think, like, let's say there's maybe 5 or 6 superstars on one team and another team only's got one. You don't think guys are going to go for that, for teams that got more superstars and you know what I mean? Like the Browns, they probably going to have, I would say maybe
they're going to have a couple.
5 guys.
Yeah, they're going to have quite
got
a
some
few.
type of traits, whereas the Cardinals or maybe the Texans might have only 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? That might make a difference.
It comes down to the individual. Like if you're a guy that can build a roster, it won't affect you much. And plus, they have the new scenario engine to where some of these guys can develop that mid-season. So if you have a quarterback that breaks out that didn't have that trait, and you throw for a bunch of yards, you hit his scenario goals, he might develop that in the middle of the season. So I don't think you need that out the gate as much as you did before when the traits was stagnant.
All right, I'm mind blown right now. I ain't see that info.
Okay.
So they're gonna be able to upgrade their development mid-season.
Yes.
That's tight. All right, shout out them. That's a great adjustment right there.
Yeah, and I think they also mentioned that even when and we might have mentioned this on the previous show, when you draft a superstar or a superstar X Factor, you won't know their development trait until maybe 5 or 6 games into the season. Mid-season. So you really don't know what you have.
But here's a kicker though. Here's a kicker. If you play that guy during preseason, his play count starts before then, so you might get that information by week 5 instead of having to wait to week 8. Because
people to play the preseason games.
Yeah. Because that'll help you unlock it quicker, because it's on a play count and it's not like a time frame at a certain week. From what I gathered, I could be wrong, but from what I read and understood, that's what they said. It's on a play count.
Now, based on these development traits, I think this is one important aspect that we need to really pay attention to. And these X factors are different based on the mode that you play in. You know what I'm saying? Like some people play MUT, we all know that. But we're strictly like CFM guys. Now, what it says is for Superstar X Factor, they have the zone and superstar abilities. So they have both. superstar only has superstar abilities. Now for your guys who are just star and normal, no abilities at all. So they're just they're just a jag. They're just another guy that you're gonna have to
Yeah.
possibly work into the rotation, or feed him the rock, or to get him to that superstar and superstar X factor. Now the question is, are you gonna spend that time trying to develop those guys where you might lose that development trait for the guys that have superstar and superstar X factor? I think this is really, really important, and I like the way that they distinguish these three, because your superstar X factor guy, man, that should be that guy that you just cannot win without. And with them having the zone and superstar abilities, I like the way they have transitioned these development traits going into Madden 20.
Right.
I'm just concerned about how they're gonna be overpowered, and like, is that gonna create like those monster players? You know what I mean? Is that gonna create more 99s? Is that gonna lead to like 50 99s? Because that means they're gonna get more XP.
Right.
And so that with them being able to get in the zone, like imagine a running back, Leonard Fournette getting in the zone, Ezekiel Elliott getting in the zone, Saquon getting in the zone. Does that mean his spin move's gonna be even crazier? The spin move's already OD right now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang man, I can't imagine like running backs getting in the zone and just having all juke move, like all different types of moves. It'd be a headache. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
But I think the zone abilities, from what Clint said, there's a counter for all of them, and they lose them quick. You can get in the zone. It takes you a couple plays to get in the zone, and once you're there, you can lose it after one play. Like let's say Ezekiel Elliott get tackled for a loss. Now he's out the zone. Now you got to restart that play count to get it back.
Now if it's like that, I can dig that, because that means they won't be in the zone like all game or all the way up to the half, and all of a sudden they lose it. Like you really got to work to stay in that zone. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's going to force owners to possibly play different, because are you just going to keep feeding that guy to keep him in the zone? I don't know. So
now, and another thing I would think of is, I guess we had that conversation here at one point where this dude's trying to get W's, this dude's trying to get awards.
Right.
Because that's the thing. That's the thing. A lot of guys is, oh man, my dude's got this, my dude's got that, and I got this award and that award, but they ain't making the playoffs, or you know what I'm saying? Like everything looked good, but you focused on dude so much that when I took him away, you didn't have no offense. Now the game sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you think that's Madden's fault though?
No.
Yes.
That's a
because if they don't get those awards, now they're gonna drop in development.
Well, now see, that's the thing. I don't think anybody should drop in development. Like I think that's stupid, because nowadays, now Madden, you get the awards and you still drop in development. So it don't really make sense. But I hope they fix that. But I just hope dudes play different and realize that you can't play the same you've been playing all the time, because you need to, you got all these awards, but you ain't got no W's. So,
But that now, if you can't drop in development, that means the whole league at one time, one team that's dominating the league, his whole team is gonna be superstar X factors. If you can't drop, I like if they have a cap on it, but some guys complain about they do drop in development when they're 98 overall. How much better are you gonna get anyway?
Yeah, but see, man,
a little bit more XP per week.
But see, this is the thing. Now they did state at the end of each season, top performers can increase their development trait. So I'm thinking if they can increase, then they can decrease as well, because stated earlier they mentioned it's going to be at least 50 superstar X factors. So that means out the box. So that means some guys are going to lose it because the rookies coming in may have that as well, and other players that's already in the game could be increased to that superstar X factor. So people, they're going to lose it.
After today, I can understand the scenario engine a little bit more with the storylines and having guys hit goals every game to increase and decrease their development. What they call it boss battles. So I mean,
Right.
I want to see what this scenario engine gonna be like and how it's gonna affect the 32-man league versus an offline league when you playing solo.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And also another one, I would think like it starts with 50, but after 2 seasons, you're not gonna have 50 superstars no more, because it seemed like we're not, in the draft you don't see that many as it is. So, when Brady, when Rodgers falls off, when a lot of these guys that coming in with traits fall off, are they getting replaced with just as many, or is it going to be a struggle to get your guy up to another superstar status? So it's like we go 9 seasons, 8 seasons. We start with 50. Is it going to end with 50? Is it going to end with 30, 20? You never know. It's just, I guess it's just the way you develop your guys. But I'm not too threatened about the 50. I think that's okay. Because I think we played too long for it to be, stay that way. Where it could be everybody's team is overpowered. I don't want to go back to a Madden where every team got 99s, and I feel like this year was better with that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go to a place where you have so many good players in the draft that we went from 50 to 60. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be that many superstars in the league. So I guess we'll have to see how that goes.
To piggyback off of Sweet's last in the info they dropped last week, they spread it out the ratings.
Yes.
So they're not going to be that many 90s to start off with. They specifically said you're gonna have starters on your team that's starting off with 50s.
50 overall, yeah. Now
You know what I'm saying?
I'm waiting to see, because I really want to see how they implement that.
So, yeah, so it sounds like guys are actually gonna have a weakness. You know what I'm saying? That you can't cover up or hide. Because right now, if your guy is bad at something, you can hide it, and it doesn't matter. But if they got legitimate weaknesses, that can be a game changer.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to be a huge difference between, Madden 20 and Madden 19, because as I stated earlier, I mean, teams aren't normally keeping 50 overall guys, but if they're stating teams will have 50 overall guys starting, it got to be some type of attribute that's high enough for you to keep on your team and allow him to, function as a decent player. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
That's kind of like something that I'm really intrigued to see how Madden or EA implements that in Madden 20. So, man, so that pretty much sums up the development traits, man. As I stated earlier, they have removed quick. You got normal, star, superstar, and superstar X Factor. And just a quick recap: there will be 50 superstar X Factors, and in the franchise mode, as I stated earlier, Superstar X Factor will have both zone and superstar abilities. Superstar will only have superstar abilities, and star and normal will have no abilities. So those are going to be guys that you guys have to work with and pretty much get involved into the game as throughout the 4 quarters of the game. Now, as we close out, man, you guys want to add anything about the X Factor or what you guys are eager to see for Madden 20?
Well, I'm a franchise guy. I just want to get more information on the franchise, and they did note that they spent a lot of time on animation so they can play out more fluently.
Right.
And I can't wait to see that. I'm actually thinking about going to EA Play now when I wasn't before. So I'm curious to see what they did with the game. And the 23rd of this month they're gonna do a big gameplay blog. That should be the big one.
Right. KP, what you got, man?
Superstar X Factor. that's all I got.
Bars.
Yeah. Sweets, what you got for me, man?
Hey man, I'm a little mad that they got rid of Slow Dale, man. It was fun and funny when you see dudes who was drafting and you seen a dude get slow dev. You know what I'm saying? Like, bring that back. I don't want it where everybody is equal and everybody get to feel good. I want to laugh at you because you drafted slow dev and you might even be slow dev owner. You know, I need to know. But that's all I got, man. I'm good.
Gotcha, man. So as you guys see, man, you know, we're real eager and to see the CFM. Some guys want to see the slow dev development trait come back, but hey, EA has made a stance, and it says it's gonna be normal, star, superstar, and superstar X Factor. So, hey man, on that note, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, and don't forget, man, Madden 20 will be released on August 3rd, and if you pre-order, you get it 3 days early. So thank you guys for watching, man. On that note, hey, see you next time.